please don't do this.
I've got nothing to say to you.
I cannot actually believe that I had anything to do with Maggie's death, Pat.
You're supposed to be in love with her. You're supposed to look after her.
I know that.
How hard can it be to get one of your own kind into witness protection?
You're saying Zarkot killed her, are you?
Yes. It's crap.
Look, some other bastard pulled the trigger and then put me in the frame. You know what sort of danger she was in, Pat?
What are you doing about it?
I'm trying to get you to help me find the bastard that murdered your daughter.
If I really thought that you'd killed her, your own mother wouldn't recognise your corpse.
Then help me.
I can't. I don't trust you. I can't.
Maggie? Maggie!
Those blokes from homicide still holed up in your office.
Yeah. I saw her, Ben.
Hey?
I saw Maggie.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Every time I close my eyes.
No. This was Maggie. It was a coat. It was her hair. It was the way she walked.
PJ, we both know that that's
No,
not possible.
Listen to me. What happens if witness protection actually faked her death?
Hey, don't do this to yourself.
Mate,
Your mind's
it
playing
was
tricks on you. It's
Maggie.
just
I'm
part
sure
of...
it was.
You did not see Maggie. Maggie died. You were there. You held her. Maggie's gone.
There is just no way that PJ would be responsible for Maggie's death.
I don't want it to be PJ either.
Well, what about Stewie Forbes? I mean, she took a swipe at it, more than a swipe, and he clearly said he settles his own scores and he's got form.
But he hasn't been seen since the night of the murder.
Which would have to make him a suspect.
As I said, he's not ruled out. But until the missing gun turns up and we can eliminate it as the murder weapon, it leaves PJ as the prime suspect.
Is there any word on Stewie Forbes yet?
No, boss. D24 have got descriptions circulated. We've talked to friends, family, nothing, not a word.
It's probably in Queensland.
Look, we'll find him. Don't you worry about it.
Stuart Forbes is a small-time crook. The person you're looking for is a professional.
Yeah, so professional. It took him 5 hits and she still wasn't dead.
I'm telling you, this has got to do with the Barry Craig business.
And I'm telling you to stay out of it.
You really? So why don't you...
PJ, we'll let you get on with it.
Who the hell do they think they are?
They are homicide detectives doing their job. PJ.
Yeah, I know. You can't discuss it with me, I know.
Exactly. And that goes for the rest of you, too.
Is he saying we can't even talk to you?
This is really crazy.
See, I don't mind following orders if it gets us to the real killer, but wasting time going after you, that's just...
PJ? Can I help you there? Maggie's coat. I wrote a note. No,
Natalie Anderson. Boss, you remember Natalie?
Yes. How are you, Natalie?
Is Maggie here? I wanted to see her.
Natalie, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
It's Maggie, isn't it? Something's happened. I knew.
Maggie died. I'm sorry.
I know. I knew. She she didn't come the other day, I thought she was mad at me for not bringing a coat back, but she... Oh, she understood. You know, she'd always say, it's not your fault, Nat. It's like... People think I want to be sick, like, because I've got a mental illness. I must have some control over it. But she knew. She helped me get cleaned up, yeah. Oh, I'm such a scrag, dag in the bag.
Natalie.
Sorry.
I know this must be a terrible shock for you, but...
Natalie, is there someone you want us to contact?
No one.
Okay.
No. Oh, her coat. Someone might need it to keep warm by the fire. A liar.
Why don't you keep it for the time being, eh? It's all right.
There's something else, you know. I have blackouts.
Natalie, now that Maggie's not here, perhaps I could organise someone else.
No, it's not. It's not. You don't know everything. I think Maggie did come to see me the other day, and I blacked it out. Oh, it was me. I did it. I killed Maggie.
This girl confesses to everything. She is always confessing, and she has never once been guilty.
She ever confessed to a murder before?
No. But why on earth would she say she killed Maggie, let alone do it?
That's what we're trying to find out.
Look, Maggie was helping her. In her own time. A typical we didn't know a thing about.
This girl seemed like the full quid to you, Ben?
Well, she's schizophrenic, of course. She seems quite lucid one minute, then she just rambles.
Any history of violence?
She's more of a danger to herself than anybody else.
Well, her sister took out an intervention order late last year, but...
Why was that?
Well, it says here that Natalie was suffering from paranoid delusions. She thought that her sister was trying to kill her.
And?
And Natalie defended herself with a kitchen knife. Natalie, you've met Helen Thomas from the Public Advocate's office. She's just here to look after you.
Now, you say Senior Constable Doyle visited you recently.
I guess it was last week. I can't. I just can't lose track of the days sometimes. Maggie was supposed to be there. Then my sister arrived. She's been trying to get me back into the psych ward. She wants me to take my medication. It's poison. She's just trying to poison me.
Did Maggie want you to take your medication, Natalie?
She was trying to help me. Why would
Just take your time, Natalie.
And Natalie, remember you promised not to confess to crimes that you didn't commit.
But what if this time I did? Her house, it was night, bright, just set it alight. What if I didn't? Lit the fire. Maggie was killed in the fire.
Are you saying that's how you killed Senior Constable Doyle?
Oh, I didn't mean to. Flames. It's a game, and I've done it again.
Well, did he say which way he was headed? Yes, I just bought...
How'd you go with young Natalie?
Shopping.
Look, if she's got anything to do with this, I'm entitled
She's
to know.
not even close. She thought Maggie died in the house fire.
So what are you suggesting, that she started it?
Not a chance. If the fire was deliberately lit, it was done by an expert.
Yeah, not exactly a match for that friend over there.
Excuse me, Detective. Just had a positive ID on Stewie Forbes.
Whereabouts?
Late last night, Grant's Auto. He did some shopping, got some petrol.
Not you, PJ.
Good work, Jack. Joe, come with me. We'll provide some
Ben,
backup.
Forbes will be long gone by now. Doug and I'll just have a sniff around. Where's this place?
Outside St David's main road, Grant's Auto.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You would have made such a nice husband for Maggie. She told me about you. Strong hands. Oh, she loved that, you know. Strong and warm.
Natalie, I can take you home if you like.
No, it's okay, Joe. I'll take Natalie home.
Maggie was trying to help me get back on my feet, to get well.
Yeah, she was very special, wasn't she?
It seemed so unfair. I mean, if I died, no one would even notice it. It'd just be...
It's not true.
Maggie helped people. She helped me more than my family. She understood. She was so good. Family. Maggie wanted a family, eh? 2 kids. I always reckoned a boy first. What would you have called him?
Well, Maggie really wanted to call him Patrick, after me and her dad. But I wanted to call him Bruce.
Bruce?
Yeah, Bruce Willis, you know, the movie star. Maggie wasn't so keen.
You're shocking.
You know, the funny thing was, though?
What?
She thought I was serious.
Thanks, mate. When we talked to Stewie's Auntie Glennis the other day, she said that she hadn't seen him for weeks. I just got a call from a tow. He said he picked up a car on the Widgery Road, brown Commodore Ridgeo BNB 152.
That's Stewie Forbes' car.
And he towed it to the Forbes' farm. Joe, get on to the homicide. We'll tell him we'll meet him out there.
What's going on?
Stewie Forbes is planning a family reunion.
What do you think you're doing?
Well, he's our main suspect.
PJ, you can't be involved.
We just had a report
Just
of
stop.
suspect
I will
Stuart
organise
Forbes'
a
vehicle out on a farm on Whitcliffe Road.
PJ, we'll get him.
Acting Sergeant Stewart will be attending, plus other members.
Yep. Take the rear. Acting Sergeant Stewart, Mount Thomas Police, we've got a warrant to search
Stewie
the
doesn't
premises.
live here.
Just take that. We're looking for your nephew, Stuart Forbes.
I'm on my own. I don't like company. Just don't break me, China.
Police, don't move!
Police, don't move! Clear.
Joe!
Police, don't move! Down the ground, mate.
Forbes, get down! Get down! Put it down!
You dirty bastards!
Down, you mongrel! Cuffed! Cuffed! Right. Get up. Stuart Forbes. You are under arrest.
Gee, don't belt me around now like that little blonde slut.
You shut your
What did you say?
PJ, leave it.
PJ!
All right, we'll take it from here.
Yeah, well, you just keep that mad bastard away from me, all right?
Sorry to say, so what?
More than a bit, I'm told. You made direct threats against Senior Constable Doyle.
In a police station full of witnesses. Smart.
Well, she had just given me a cool thing. I was a little pissed off.
You didn't make a complaint.
I settled my own scores. I told him that.
Did you settle your score with Senior Constable Doyle?
Well, that's a big question, isn't it?
Where were you last Wednesday night?
Well,
PJ,
did he spill his guts?
no comment now. PJ, I'm calling in Monica Draper. He wants to make a deal.
I was down at the rail yards.
What were you doing there?
I followed Doyle there. I wanted even.
Where'd you follow her from?
She drove past me. I recognised her. I thought I'd give her a fright.
Was there anyone else in the car?
I don't know. I couldn't see.
So what time was this?
Oh, it's 8, 9, maybe. I don't know. It was dark.
What was she wearing?
She was wearing a cop uniform. You blokes never stop working, do you?
What sort of car was it? Make, year?
Make, yeah, what do I know? It was small, silver. It was a jack car, some kind of chick's car.
What happened next?
Well, I get down there to the rail yard and that, and I hear Doyle, and she's arguing with someone.
Did you recognise this person?
Yeah, I seen him.
Do you know his name? The person you saw arguing with Senior Constable Doyle, could you identify him? Do you know his name?
Yeah, I know his name. And his rank. It was Hashem.
Detective Hashem.
Senior Detective Hashem. I mean, he was aggro as hell too, eh? He was shouting at her and saying how he wasn't going to let her leave him behind. I didn't want anything to do with that, so I just nicked off. And that's when I hear the shots.
How many shots? You said you heard shots. How many shots?
I don't know, 4, 5 maybe. He was enough to know that he was keen on finishing the job.
It's just not possible.
Up until now, what we've had is circumstantial. PJ's presence at the crime scene, no alibi, the answer machine tape.
Which still hasn't been checked out properly.
Not by the experts, no. But the supposed message is not on the tape, and I have to presume it never was. We also know a 38 was used in the murder, and PJ carries a 38.
Come on, we all carry 38s.
Yes, but it's PJ's that's missing.
That doesn't prove anything.
We do now have a witness, Tom.
Who is a known criminal and a suspect himself. Surely we have to take that into account.
Look, with his statement and our evidence, I'm sorry we don't have any choice. PJ? Detective Hashem, a witness, has positively identified you at the crime scene.
Stuart Forbes.
At this stage, I'm not prepared to discuss the details with you. Patrick Joseph Hashem, you're under arrest for the murder of Margaret Ann Doyle. I must inform you that you're not obliged to say or do anything, but anything you do or say may be given in evidence to you.
This is crap.
Acting Sergeant.
I'm sorry, but it is. Somebody is obviously framing PJ, and our main suspect's pointing the finger.
Unfortunately, the evidence says otherwise.
Perhaps you'd like to take Detective Hashem's fingerprints, Stuart.
No thanks, Detective.
Stuart.
I'm sorry, man, but this is a complete crock, and I am not cooperating in any way.
PJ, I'm forced to serve you with a notice of suspension from the police force. Got your Freddie there?
I have a signed statement from a witness identifying Senior Detective Hashem as the person...
This can't be happening, right? Shouldn't he?
Can't the boss do something?
Well, you can't stop the process, Joe, if that's what you mean. Bureaucracy.
Mr. Hashem, you're aware I can't grant you...
Listen, as far as they're concerned, they got a witness, enough evidence.
...to appear in St David's Magistrates Court for further mention on the 4th.
PJ, you've got our full support.
Hang in there, mate.
Appreciate it.
Natalie.
Maggie sings, I thought PJ... No, what are they doing? What's going on?
Hey, Nat. I'll pick him up later, okay?
Any sign of the gun?
Well, homicide doing the full search. Usual places, tip, lake, widgery, drains.
Nothing. No, not yet.
Makes you wonder, though, what you do with a murder weapon. When you dump it, it's going to be found. You hang on to it, it's like a big signpost.
Hey, Tom, you want a beer?
Oh, yeah, all right, thanks, mate. Couple of pots.
Tom? Just been thinking about PJ's gun. Right? Now, he says that he put it back in the safe, which means one of three things. Either he's mistaken, in which case it would have been found during the search, or he's lying to cover up for a murder, which none of us believe. Or somebody took it from the safe to make it look like PJ. Who's got access to that safe? Coppers. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah, all right. I'll have a talk to Monica before she goes back tonight, see if she'll organise one. Thanks. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
I can put up the pub. It's sure ready for PJ's bail. I'm going to drive over to the bank first thing in the morning, fix it up.
Come on, Chris, it's everything you've got.
Yeah, I know. But the thought of PJ in prison is more than I can
What's
bear.
this about PJ being in prison?
Come on, Pat, don't start, mate.
Don't tell me you lame brains have arrested him for killing Maggie.
Pat.
And the next thing you'll be telling me that she was under protection from PJ.
Pat, it's not our idea.
Anyway, what's this poofter from homicide got to do with it? What's he got on
Listen,
PJ? Hey?
Pat.
Oh, is he another friend of Barry Craig's?
I'm sure Detective Sergeant Donald's doing the best he
Well,
can.
he needs to do a lot better than he's doing.
Hey, travelling. Look, we're going to get you out of here. Chris has offered to put up her pub as bail.
No. No, I couldn't accept.
Well, you're not going to do a runner on us, are you?
Looking like my best option at the moment.
Yeah, well, I reckon you're going to be better off contacting a top defence barrister. I've got a name for you.
Oh, only the best, huh?
That's right. Because if this thing does go to trial, you're going to need a bloody good mouthpiece to get you off. Somebody's got you stitched up good and proper.
Mate, you got anything news on the tape from my answering machine?
Donald's assuming that there was never anything there.
Ben, I heard it. I heard it, and someone has erased it. Now, there's got to be some device to recover it.
I cannot perform miracles.
You can't do nothing.
I have already spoken to Monica Draper and she's authorised the members' search.
Cars and houses, too?
All their belongings, cars and houses of every member that's been near this place in the past week. I don't know what else we can do.
Well, I wouldn't mind having a chat to any associates of Stewie Forbes.
Is that going to help you?
Well, the guy's lying, and I want to know why.
Just don't get up any of Homicide's various noses, all right?
Fair enough. Joe, you going to come with me?
I found it. It's the one gun, son. It's sunny. It's so
Natalie,
bright.
it's okay.
And there was a fight and a light.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
No, the gun. I saw it near where I live. My house, quiet as a
Ben,
mouse.
you remember me?
No. Did the gun? Did it kill Maggie?
Natalie, the gun that you saw, do you know where it is now?
Oh, I didn't touch it.
Natalie, nobody is blaming you. It's all right.
The gun that you saw. Can you tell me where it is now? Natalie, about the gun, you told me before that it was under a roof.
I thought of Ruth.
Right, were you here, do you remember, or were you somewhere else?
No. It was here. The sun caught it. It was shining. I saw it, but they. Shh. I think they're watching. No, it was here. I saw something. You don't believe me?
It's not that, Natalie.
No! Ah! No! Stop it!
Are you hearing voices, Natalie?
No!
Is that what's happening?
Stop it! Leave me alone!
It's all right.
No! Ah!
Why am I not surprised?
Well, look, Natalie is lucid some of the time. It was definitely worth checking out. Now, about that tape from PJ's answering machine...
The tape with a non-existent message. Still with the experts. When they get to it, no doubt we'll hear.
Isn't there something more that we can do, like get PJ to provide voice samples or
To
something?
compare with what?
Look, let's just assume for a moment that Maggie did hear a message and she thought that it was PJ. Then it makes sense that whoever left that message ducked back in there and erased it to cover their tracks.
And access PJ's place without leaving a trace.
Well, they left no trace when they torched Maggie's place.
If that has anything to do with this...
Paul, if any of what I'm saying is true, if there are bent coppers involved, then isn't that all the more reason to make sure that these questions don't get buried?
Ben, if there is anything on the tape and it does match PJ's voice, then his already thin alibi is shot to pieces. It'll be used as evidence.
Look, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
All right. Like with two things.
Joe, you gonna make a coffee for the detective?
You know they searched both of our rooms for PJ's gun.
Actually, that was my idea.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Well, they had to search everyone who had access to this safe. All of us, that's me included.
Fair enough.
So you really reckon coppers are involved in this?
Yeah, well, look, Barry Craig, he definitely was. And he was involved in this whole drug thing where there's one...
So you reckon Stewie Forbes is working for whoever did this?
Well, we've got nothing from his mates.
No. Why don't we go and have another chat with Stewie? I'm sure he knows more than he's telling us.
Hey, Ben. Over here.
Looks like he's getting ready for a bit of a trip.
Hey, Stewie, it's police. Want to chat, you know the drill. Oi.
You all right?
No.
No longer
longer have a case against PJ.
And why is that?
Because your only evidence is circumstantial. It always has been.
And your chief witness is dead.
Yeah, very bloody convenient, that. My witness dies and it's your people who were there at the time.
Hey, hang on a
You'd
second.
better be able to substantiate that sort of an
Come
allegation.
on, Tom,
Paul.
this whole station seems to be conspiring by whatever means to get PJ off the hook.
My members are supporting a good friend and colleague. And I'll back their integrity against any inquiry by homicide or ESD.
Thanks, boss.
Inspector Draper says the search is finished. All members' cars and their houses have been thoroughly searched.
The result?
No sign of PJ's gun. Complete waste of time and energy.
Now, that's my point, Tom. We've been pushing the boundaries to include your people in this investigation, but it's getting out of hand. We don't mind cooperation, but we just don't want any more interference, OK?
All right. They will back off.
Understood.
That'll be all. Paul, surely you're able to make a case to have the matter against PJ withdrawn.
Now, they must have been frightened that Forbes would cave in, but it could have been an accident.
Oh, yeah, there's been a lot of accidents around here lately.
PJ, welcome back to the real world.
Okay, nice to see you.
How
Hey,
are you?
Joe, how are you?
Good.
Everything all right?
Yeah, good, boss. Good. Ben just filled me in.
What are you doing, PJ?
I work here.
The charges may have been dropped at this stage, but that doesn't mean you're not still a suspect. And unless someone tells me different, your suspension hasn't been rescinded, right, Tom?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So how am I supposed to pursue any sort of investigation?
You're not. While you're under suspension, PJ, you're to have nothing to do with this case.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the station.
It's good to see you. Next round's on me. I'm glad things got sorted out.
Yeah. Look, Chrissy, thanks for your support. Ben told me about your offer. You're a good mate.
Did it for Maggie. Did it for both of you.
They dropped the charges. Well, I never said you killed her.
No, just that I was responsible.
You know, guess we were both a bit responsible. I should have thought that.
We both let her down, you know that.
Oh, sorry I'm late, guys. I did find out where Natalie was, though, the night Maggie's house burned down.
Yeah?
At the library. Maggie took her there a few weeks ago. It's warm and quiet. I guess she's been hanging out there quite a bit since.
Great, so she's got an alibi for the fire.
Yeah. Pity she's not right about the gun, though.
Well, you didn't mention this.
Yeah, she said she saw a gun.
It was a dead end. I didn't want to bother you with it.
We went out and looked, but nothing turned
So
up.
the gun could still be there?
If she saw a gun, we had a good look around. She's not the most reliable source, mate.
Look, PJ, I really think this is Natalie's way of staying involved.
PJ!
Hey! Hey! Oh! Hey! Oh! Oh, you all right? Well, I bought you some brekkie. Wasn't sure if you'd eaten.
Well, you know, I normally eat out while I'm waiting for the designer kitchen to be put in.
Ah, well, I hope you like it.
Oh, take a seat.
Oh.
Maggie, she used to bring me food sometimes, you know. It was normally healthy stuff, you know, fruit and sandwiches. She told me that you really like junk food.
Oh, yeah? Well, does it show? Hey, Ben said that you came in the station yesterday. He said you saw a gun around here.
No, I'm not sure. You know, not anymore.
Okay. Show me.
Someone's been here, looking for the gun. I can tell. It's a smell.
Okay, Natalie, now, can you remember where the other police looked at all?
Oh, it was here, but they thought that I lied.
Okay, all right. Now you tell me. You try and think about what happened, okay?
It was late. I was sitting here, and it was really cold. Oh, I was feeling so old. And I heard a car, and I thought maybe it was you coming to see me. You know, to talk. I know how sad you must be, PJ. It's just a whole sky full of sadness. Sometimes at night, I look up at the stars. It stopped. The door. It opened and then it slammed shut.
Right.
And then it drove off again. Oh, PJ, they're watching me.
No, it's okay, You take your time.
You believe me, don't you?
Of course I do. Now, let's do this for Maggie. Now, take your time. Yep, now.
It was that one. That one. The roof that goes over the river.
The bridge. The bridge. Okay, so it's the bridge, right? Now, then what happened?
Oh, the sun. It caught it. They said it was shining.
Okay, all right. So where did the car stop, Natalie? Where exactly did the car stop?
Here. That's where it stopped. It slammed.
PJ, what are you doing?
Don't worry
You're
about
on
it, Ben.
suspension, mate.
No, it wasn't Natalie's imagination. Got some stolen property.
PJ, you've already been warned about...
Someone in a real hurry tossed this out near Thompson's Bridge.
Certainly it means we'll find out from ballistics if it's the murder weapon, but right now my concern is entirely how the weapon was found.
Oh, come on. You don't seriously believe that PJ would use the gun, then hide it, then go and find it and bring it back to the station? It just doesn't make sense.
Nor does this story of a deranged woman suddenly remembering where she saw the gun. It's all way too convenient, Tom.
I went to visit her. She was a special case of Maggie's. I was concerned for her.
So you convinced her to take the rap?
Oh, mate, this is crap. I mean, can't you just accept that I found the gun?
No, I'm having a great deal of trouble doing that,
That
PJ.
is my gun. That is my serial number. I did not use that gun the night that Maggie died. Now, you should just do your job and get it tested.
PJ...
No, boss. Whoever killed Maggie is out there, and I want them found.
How about I talk to your friend Natalie? For one, she needs to be eliminated as a suspect.
She can't handle any pressure.
Yeah? Well, you should have thought of that before you got her involved. Miss Anderson, you had in your possession a .38 revolver. Where did you get this gun?
Just answer in your own time, Natalie. I found it.
Did Detective Hashem help you find the gun?
His voice is kind. Maggie'd want me to remember. He helped me remember.
And was it in fact Detective Hashem who found the gun?
Beneath the roof.
So Detective Hashem found the gun under a roof? On a roof? Where exactly?
No, it was a bridge, hand. She said that he had strong hands.
Natalie, is it possible that Detective Hashem brought the gun to this place, planted it there, and then used you as a means of recovering it?
No, the man, he stood on the bridge and he...
Could you just tell me, Natalie, where you found the gun?
Are you nearly through? She's really struggling here.
Miss Anderson, we'd like to take your fingerprints to compare with any found on the weapon.
No, they'll be cross, no. It's all right, Natalie, no one is cross. No, they are, and I didn't touch it ever. I didn't.
PJ, good news. One of the halfway houses you called left a message. Looks like they found a place for Natalie.
Oh, it's great, mate. Just that Natalie's scared. They're never going to let her out.
PJ!
Huh?
They've got my fingerprints!
No, it's all right.
No.
It's okay. It's just routine,
Natalie, can you sign the book now?
No,
It's okay.
it's not safe nowhere now.
Natalie, listen to me.
No.
We've got a place for you to stay.
Not
It's
now.
okay.
No, they know I have to go.
Natalie!
No, that's...
All right. Are you happy now, are you?
No, I'm not. I'd be very surprised to find she's capable of murder, but until I hear from ballistics, you both remain suspects.
PJ? Benny Matthews just put a $1,000 bet on an outsider at Caulfield. Got lucky. He's gone to the pub to celebrate.
$1,000? Where did he get the money like
He's
that?
a mate of Stewie Forbes.
Right,
that's
so
how.
let's go and find how close these two actually were.
Well, should we let homicide know?
No, Joe. It's just a friendly chat.
Fancy a cleansing ale?
Yes, PJ. Benny Matthews, how'd you get lucky?
Got any tips for us?
Just having a quiet drink, there's no law against that, is there? Sorry to hear about Senior Constable Doyle.
Yeah, about as sorry as we were to hear about your mate, Stewie Forbes.
What happened to him?
Oh, do you know him, do you?
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't have to, can you?
Just sit down. You don't want to end up like him, do you?
I don't know anything about it.
Maybe not, but whoever killed Stewie is still out on the street.
Yeah, they're going to be looking for you as well.
Now, we've asked around and we know that Stewie was a mate of yours.
What if he was?
So when was the last time that you saw him?
Listen, Benny, you don't have to talk to us. We tried talking to Stewie. Keeping quiet didn't do him any good at all. Stewie Forbes wasn't our trigger man. He was in Melbourne doing a drug deal with Benny Matthews on the night of Maggie's murder.
And you're telling me this guy just came in voluntarily?
No, we've been following up on all known associates of Forbes, and this guy is scared.
Yeah, well, these people play tough. We know that.
That's right. So they use a rough nut druggie like Stewie Forbes to point the finger at PJ. Now, Matthews also told us that Forbes had just come into a whole lot of cash.
Yeah, well, drug dealing's a cash business.
Yeah, that's right, but if Benny's telling the truth, we're talking around about 10 grand. That would be his payment for shopping PJ.
Bargain basement price if it is.
It's a hell of a lot more than these guys would ever make doing a drug deal. They're small fry.
All right, I'll talk to him. Dougie organise a warrant so we can go visit Forbes' aunt, see if she's acquired a taste for champagne.
What's happening?
Following up on Mr. Forbes' business arrangements, we don't need you hanging around.
Detective Sergeant.
Ballistics report. The bullets found in the body do not match the .38 revolver number 256. Oh, that's looking better for you, PJ.
Boss, we've got a jumper. Sounds like Natalie Anderson.
Where?
Thompson's Bridge. She says unless she can talk to PJ, she's going to jump.
Paige? Lawson, you and Parrish go with him.
No! PJ, please don't!
It's okay, Natalie.
No! I did it. They know that I killed Maggie.
Now, listen to me. We got the report, Natalie. That gun was not the one that shot Maggie. It's got nothing to do with you, okay?
I did. The gun. They told me it was me.
No. It had nothing to do with you. Now, listen. Maggie wouldn't want this. No, she cared for you.
It should have been me.
Maggie's your friend. And then Maggie cared for you. Care for Maggie, right? Now, did you think Maggie would want you to do this?
Maggie, she used to say to me, not to give up hope.
I know she did. But Natalie, listen to me, okay? I really need your help to find Maggie's killer.
I don't know.
Will you help me? We'll do it together. We need to do this for Maggie. All right? So I want you to take my hand. You take my hand. It's okay.
Please, help! Maggie! I miss her so much.
The boy's dead. Ain't you got no respect?
Anything there? Absolutely nothing.
You?
No, nothing in there.
All right, that's it. Thanks, Mrs. Forbes. We'll leave you to it.
All we know is that the money's not in the house or in the sheds. It could still be around somewhere.
Yeah, or we could be on another wild goose chase.
What about his car? Has that been checked?
Two ounces of the hard stuff by the look of it.
Yeah, very nice. Freshly laundered, I'll bet.
Success. 10 grand. Stewie Forbes was paid to set you up.
Thanks, Ben. We'll take it from here.
PJ? From Monica Draper. I never doubted for a minute you'd get it back.
sweetener for you. Your mate, Detective Stewart, insisted I push forensic on the answering machine tape. Now, I admit I thought I was wasting my time, but it seems they found fragments of the voice still on the tape. Here we go. These were tested against reference samples of the voice of Detective Patrick Joseph Hasham, and the voices were not matched.
Well, whoever set this up, they obviously went to a lot of trouble, didn't they?
Seems that way.
Tom tells me you're moving the investigation to Melbourne.
Yeah, we've confirmed that Stewie Forbes was in the city at the time of the murder. Probably picking up his 10 grand.
Any ideas who might have paid for the hit?
No, not yet.
Well, if the crime's not solved in the first 48 hours, it's not going to happen, is it? I mean, we both know that.
We're moving the investigation, PJ. It doesn't mean it's closed.
I know. It's not closed. It's definitely not closed.